What's up, y'all? This is Jeff Lightsy Jr., and I'm here today to talk about the XFL. Now, the XFL will launch on February 8th on Fox, and it'll be a spring football league after the Super Bowl. So basically, Americans can't get enough of football, and we love us the violent contact sport that is football. And when the NFL's gone, we get a big layoff until August, September until it comes back. And so the XFL will basically fill that void where there's no football. Where you just have basketball, and once basketball ends, you just have baseball, which is not very great. And they have their own problems over there. But the reason why the XFL, I'm not worried about it failing or doing great because I think it's in good hands and people love football, so it's gonna get good ratings. The XFL, the reason why it's in such good shape is because it's ran by really good people. Oliver Luck is the commissioner of the XFL. Oliver Luck is Andrew Luck, the former NFL superstar's dad, and he's been an athletic director at big-time college programs. He knows how to handle business. The AAF actually tried this last year, and it ratings-wise, it did really well. It just was ran by a bunch of scammers and a bunch of guys that didn't know what the heck they were doing. The XFL brings some really cool things into the fold. One, they'll have a 1-point, 2-point, and 3-point conversions after touchdowns. You know, you get your 6 points for touchdowns, but you'll have options to go for 1, 2, or 3. And this is really big because it pretty much eliminates extra point kicking. You know, a part of the game that we really don't care about. It pretty much eliminates that. You have to put your offense on the field, whether you go for 1, 2, or 3. So I think that's really cool. Also, one thing that Oliver Luck, he's been on TV a lot doing his little media coverage, trying to get, promote the league. And one thing that he said that was very interesting is that they could potentially down the road, maybe, I mean, obviously not this year, down the road challenge the NCAA. So the XFL will be made up of a bunch of former NFL and CFL players. That's what they have, like over 500 guys in training camps. They'll have a centralized training camp down in Houston. They have 8 teams. It's really cool. But one thing he did say is that they could potentially sign players out of high school. Now, he really doesn't want to go that route. He really wants to stay with guys that have played in the league and because they have NFL style coaches, coaches that coached in the NFL, basically people that are running the team that ran stuff in the NFL. And he really wants to stick with former pro player or pro players that played 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years in the NFL or CFL. But if they are able to tap into some of these 5-star recruits that don't want to go to college, that would rather play a year or 2 years in the XFL instead of going to college, now that is something that could be interesting. We know that LeVar Ball tried this with his Triple B league and it didn't work, right? But with the XFL having such this cachet, I mean, you literally have former NFL coaches and GMs and guys running these teams that have been in the professional ranks. You had LeVar Ball by himself, that really wasn't going to go well. But if you're able to tap into that high school market and get some of these 5-star recruits to choose the XFL over college football, that is something that's worth noting. Like I said, Oliver Luck was a guy who was an athletic director, I want to say at high level D1 schools. So this is something that could be very interesting to watch down the road. The XFL will be something that will be successful. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be successful. People are going to watch. It's going to be high quality football. These are pro players. They just, didn't last in the NFL. The NFL stands for not for long, right? Like they didn't last very long in the NFL or whatever. There's still guys, and there will be guys that will be able to revive their career in the XFL. They'll be able to put out some good tape, and the NFL team come training camp will want to sign them. So that's also a good positive thing that'll come from this. But I think watching out for those high school recruits that could potentially make the jump from high school to the XFL is something worth noting. I don't know. You guys let me know. Continue to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. I'm out.